In today's video, I want to talk about momentum. This is so important to success because yesterday's video was about brick by brick. It takes a long time. And to get those first few fucking bricks up, it takes a while. It takes a while to get that first momentum push when you first get something rolling. And I noticed this myself. Sometimes I get in a phase where I'm getting something rolling. The ball is moving a little bit. We're pushing it down the street a little bit. But then as soon as you let off the gas, guess what happens? It's like starting all over again. And I'm sick of that shit. So if you're watching this video, either if you have no momentum right now, because obviously everyone has been in those states where we're in a rut, nothing is getting done, we're not moving anywhere, we're not going anywhere. I want to give you motivation because first, once you get that first little push, it might be difficult. And these little pushes are usually hidden in habits, either if you remove a habit or you add a habit in your life. And once you hit one of them, you change one of them, then you got to keep going. Once you break that first habit or you add in that first routine or whatever it is, you got to go harder because then it's going to get easier and you're going to elevate even faster than rather you in the first beginning phase of this. Because if you stop after that first change, or maybe you made 2 changes in your life and you stop, you're going back to square one. Fuck that. Once we get those first few shifts, we have to push harder and then everything else will follow. So recently, I felt a momentum shift in my life. Now, I've been in ruts. I've been in places where I'm growing. I've been in places where I'm going down. Like, I've felt it all. But recently, I will share my experience. So, lately, like, I guess, about like a week or two ago, I was just like sick and tired of like the fucking bullshit content on the internet. And that's why honestly I have my YouTube channel as well, because there's just so much brain rot crap on the internet. And like it affects me. Like if I'm just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and it's like I'm getting brainwashed by dumb shit. It just doesn't make sense. So I was like, you know what? Like I'm gonna take a break. I took a break from like short form content for like 3 or 4 days now. I still watch it here and there, but it's like me stepping out of the void and to see, I'm like, wow, I feel so much better without short form content. I could control it way easier now. Basically, the only reasons I go on my apps is to upload my videos or to watch content like on YouTube from like other self-development creators and keep learning. Every day I try to learn something about self-development or mindset. So long form content, podcasts, books, stuff like that, I completely support and I think you should learn in that. But when you're coming onto like Instagram or TikTok or even some of the YouTube shorts and you're scrolling over and over and over again, it just made me feel like garbage after. And even now when I go on and post my videos, like I have to catch myself. Sometimes I'll post a video and then I'll see a short or whatever. You do that first scroll and then you feel yourself getting pulled in. You're like, fuck that, I gotta get pulled out of it. But that's not the point of this video. The point is, after those first 3 days of me breaking that bad habit, I wanted to change everything else. I wanted to be more consistent on my diet. I wanted to be more consistent in the gym. Then I was like, I haven't posted videos in like 2 months or something. And it took so long for me to build just a little momentum on YouTube. Like I was just showing up. My mentor was like, oh, just keep posting, keep posting, keep posting, keep posting. And I was like, yeah, I'm trying to trust the process. But when you see no results, you see no views coming in, no subscribers, no nothing. You're like, damn, I've been doing this shit for like a few months now and I'm not getting anything. And then you get that first little push. I got a first little, like, if some of my videos went up a little bit. And then I just fell off. I was like, oh, let me take a break. Or I'm not in the mood for it. I don't want to post a video right now. And that ended up being months. And then I basically had to start from square one again and build this shit up again. And now I'm seeing momentum and I'm not letting up. So me breaking the bad habit of short form content literally stemmed into me trying to stay more locked in on my diet, trying to stay more locked in the gym, trying to stay more locked in pushing content. Now it's like it's going into different areas because I feel momentum. And honestly, I want to make this a point as well. I love how like YouTube, like obviously people compare the gym to self-development and mindset because you got to push yourself, you got to show up, stuff like that. It's the same thing with YouTube. I feel like YouTube is like you're showing up every day, you're pushing yourself and you're putting in all this work and then you slowly see the momentum building. YouTube is very like compound oriented. Like the first few videos, like you're not going anywhere if you don't have a big following. Then it gains a little traction. Then it goes over again. Then it goes, and then it just starts compounding and starts taking off. But you're only doing that if you keep the momentum going. You keep staying with it. Because as soon as you drop off and you drop off all the views, all the subscribers, you got to start from fucking square one again. It sucks. But think of this not like you doing YouTube, but in your life. It could either be you finally want to go to the gym, or you finally want to learn how to make money, or you finally want to do something. You might make a little change and it doesn't seem that much, but it is. Like, if you feel good about yourself, like, oh, like for example, me getting rid of short form content, I felt great. After 3 days, I felt like my brain was reset and I was like, I want to remove more bad habits and add more good stuff to my routine. So, momentum kind of has to do a lot with like removing habits and adding habits, but it could just be as simple as like, oh, like I'm finally waking up on time. Or also it could be different opportunities as well. Say you've been unemployed and you finally get another job. That job could literally stem to so many other great habits just because you got that feeling of like, oh yeah, I just got another job. Now I'm going to go to the gym. Now I'm going to start eating healthy. Now I'm going to start posting content, all this stuff just because you got another job and it gives momentum. But say you got that job and then you got comfortable and you're like, yeah, I'm just going to chill a little bit. You're going to fuck up that momentum. It is so powerful. So I wrote a few notes down here. I obviously went over taking a break from short form content and starting YouTube. That was so game changer. Like I feel so much better. Like actually, like I like the last few days, I just feel it. I'm like the momentum is moving in my favor, and I need to keep my keep my foot on the pedal. Like if I let up, we're gonna slow down because, like I said, it feels slow at first, but you gotta keep going. I wrote down like a metaphor. I was like, momentum is like pushing a broken car. Like once you start like say someone's on the steering wheel and you're behind and you're trying to push them to the fucking gas station or something. The first few initial movements, it is difficult, but then it starts rolling and rolling and rolling. And then the car doesn't even seem as heavy anymore because you have that momentum. But say you're like, oh, I just want to take a break and look what someone sent me. Like someone sent me an Instagram reel. Let me take a break, stop pushing the car, and look at my fucking phone. Then you got to start pushing the fucking car again. It is way heavier. It is way harder to get it going than rather you just fucking wait to look at your phone and push the shit to the gas station. So initially it feels like there's nothing there, but like you gotta stick with it. And it feels like little progress, but do not take that for granted because that's also where a lot of successful people fall off. They could see a little success. They could see some success in the gym. They could lose weight. They could stick to their diet and they feel really good. And they're like, let me sit back and get comfortable. That's going to stop momentum for everything else in your life. Rather than oh, I feel fucking amazing in this area. Let me crush it in this area. And then you're like, you know what? Let me crush it in these other 3 areas. Next thing you know, every fucking area in your life, you're crushing it because that one first initial movement, that one first initial change in your habit, either if you stop drinking or you started going to the gym. Simple shit like that could literally open you changing like 7, 8 other different things in your life. And then next thing you know, every area in your life is different. All because you stick with that momentum. And I have to remind myself this times too, because like obviously there's days that I don't want to post or I don't want to go to the gym. And not only that, there's setbacks as well. We go through difficult things. Like there's always going to be a problem that pops up in your life, but you can't have that shit fuck up your momentum. If something pops up or if you don't feel like it, remember this, me telling you this. Be like, fuck that. This little shit is not fucking up my momentum. A pop tire is not going to fuck up my success. Me losing $1,000 on an investment, fuck that. Like, we're going harder. Like, you got to almost feel like if you get a setback to push even harder. Like, almost make that the momentum go faster because you have that setback. So you don't want to have that. But this is the key. This is the key. I'm going to leave you off with this video. The whole point is once you get that initial momentum, to not break the chain. You have it going, it's fucking moving. But once you stop, it's like starting from square one again. Starting from the bottom again. And listen, that's okay. There's some times where you have to go through that as a person and learn, like, oh shit, I gotta start from square one again. You know what, like I'm going down the wrong path, I gotta start over again. Or let me just step back a little bit and take a perspective shift and then build my momentum. But if you feel like you're on the right path and everything is going in your favor, just stay with it. Do the same shit over and over again and keep it pushing because eventually it's going to go bigger. It's going to go faster. And then you just got to keep going. But if you let up and you lay off the momentum, it's very hard to go anywhere. It's very hard to push the car to the fucking gas station because you keep checking your phone or you keep doing some dumb shit. And then next thing you know, it's not going to go anywhere. And you know what? You don't want that shit to happen for the rest of your life. Like, you don't want to be 80 or 90 and you're about to die. And you're like, you know what? I could have pushed a little bit harder, but I had to give up. I had to lay off on the momentum. Nah, we got to push through. And this is not in just one area in your life. You want to try to do this in every area of your life. So I hope you guys appreciate that video. And I hope whoever stayed to the end, subscribe if you haven't. But you guys are the ones that are going to crush it. Because if you stay to the end, that means you're taking this shit seriously. There's two types of people. Like, I really notice, like, there is people that just think, oh, mindset, meditating, hypnosis, shit like this, therapy, whatever the fuck it is. Oh, that's stupid. Why, like, mindset, oh, that sounds so cliche. Yeah, your mindset. But the ones that are like, oh, I'm taking this shit serious. Like, I'm fucking journaling, or I'm reading books, or I'm meditating, or I'm doing shit that's like, dude, your mindset affects everything in your fucking life. So if you're not taking your mindset seriously, you're not taking your life seriously. But the people who stayed and watched this, obviously you take it seriously because you would have fucking left this video. Let's get after it. Keep the fucking momentum.